Lost in this hazy room, the darkness surrounds. Pulsating beats electrify the ground. I feel the energy, it's flowing through my veins.
What's up, guys? It's your friend April with the Phoenix Collective. We're a group of like-minded baddies. All right, we're on the self-healing journey, and we're guided by tarot here to help us put the pause on things and actually look at our situation, look at the narrative of our past and the one that we're headed into. It's narrative-based therapy, okay, where we're changing the outlook using the tools that we have, the knowledge we have gained, and that ability to ascend, check things out before we react. Yeah, it's always good to know that. Tarot is an awesome tool. It's a living tool. It's a living, breathing tool here to guide us and tell us the outcomes that we're headed into. But if you don't like it, change it, okay? Tarot only tells you the outcome if you stay on the path that you're on. We all have free will and the ability to make better choices, right? Therefore, we can ascend, make better ones, and quantum leap and quantum jump into our highest timeline, right? By putting the best foot forward. We're being introspective, okay? And we're getting off that karmic wheel. And anyway, it feels like Saturday night, but my kid has off from school tomorrow, so he's being allowed in the other room. So just ignore if you hear somebody yelling. Okay, nobody's dying. It's just a VR headset. So I was just dipping into the energies for my own sake, and yeah, I got a message I feel like Spirit wants me to share. Okay, so in the 5D, we've got, I don't know, how do you say this one? Hakamaya. We'll roll with it. It's loyalty. Okay, it's deliverance from those who seek to oppress. It brings victory. All right, and it's got a whole gang of people on here. Okay, so this is the soul tribe stuff here for sure. This is Spirit's way of saying, hey, you're supported now. Whatever it is you're heading into, you have loyal people on your side to help you through this, and there will be victory. All right, and now in the energies, I pulled some oracle cards to see what message popped out and who this message maybe is going to be from. A little vague, but it kind of looks like there's somebody in your energy that is regretting something, regretting the way they treated you, regretting actions they took towards you, because I'm feeling like somebody's in some deep shit. And man, they're afraid to approach you and talk to you. You know why? Because they know that you know that they know that you know. You know what I mean? Yeah, all right. So the first card I got was, I ran out of fear of facing my shadows. Okay? Somebody doesn't want to face who they truly are. They know the mask is coming off, whether they like it or not, they're being exposed. All right? I didn't think I would get caught. I'm living in regret. I'm lying to you right now. Dang. Watch out, guys. Shit. All right. So it's safer to run than face you. Okay. But it looks like, you guys, we got the Justice card showing up here. So it doesn't matter if they're running. They're time's up. Time's up on something. Okay? And it doesn't matter what it is. It's karma season. And I feel it in the air everywhere. Everywhere. And it only makes sense that we just had that full moon opposing the full moon in Taurus, opposing the Scorpio energy in the sun sign, that's really delivering truths. In fact, there's a lot of people right now during this Mercury retrograde that are stuck in their heads thinking about that truth. And I feel like we got somebody spilling the beans. Okay? Spilling the beans on something. Okay? But once again, I got some 11th house energy here, which is groups. This is our social groups. All right. And honestly, I know most of my collective comes from karmic families, karmic friend groups, a karmic upbringing. We're generational curse breakers, we're light workers, we're waking up and we're evolving up out of some pretty grimy scenarios that we were either birthed into or and most likely you were birthed into it and then you continued on that journey because you were in a role and still creating that same outcome that you were birthed into, just in different scenarios because you were safe and comfortable in that. All right, but definitely the collective that I'm talking to in the past energy, I'm picking up some badass cards that make me feel like you've done the work. You put in some healing work, all right, which is the self-healing journey, okay, to come up and out of those roles as society's programmed and conditioned you to be in. All right, you have gone about like not being that anymore. Yeah. So starting with the Temperance and the Two of Swords, which is, this is a dilemma, an internal conflict, solutions through inner guidance and intuition. That I'm picking up, the collective I'm talking to has a firm foundation with their intuition. In fact, I mean, with the Hierophant and the Chariot also coming up together, one on top of the other. Actually, the Chariot is the driving force with this intuition. That's a connection with God and higher order. All right, and organizations like spiritual groups and healing groups and just organizations that have banded together in order to effect change. So you got your people. This is people here that are with you right now in your decision making. So you've definitely come up and out of there, and you've started down the right path. Okay, guided by your intuition. You're not clouded by any mind fuckery. You see very, very clear now that you're away from the chaos and confusion. You've healed yourself enough to be in the right space. Okay, and in fact, you see this card here? I'm drawn to the followers. In fact, you might even be a spiritual leader that I'm speaking to today. Okay, so you have definitely bossed the fuck up and are helping as a star seed, a light worker. That's a Mercury retrograde, muddling up my mouth here. A light being, right? Here to help guide others to get on to the path of the self-healing journey, because we all know that the healing has to start through us. As we heal ourselves, we then are able to give back to the greater collective, because we have to first we have to come from shit, right? Have that have that dark night of the soul, and then through that south node and the process and journey of healing ourselves, we become to understand ourselves. Now, okay, I wrote this down earlier and it's coming back to me now. I wrote down, you're in the lesson, but you're also the teacher. Okay, which definitely, honestly, the best teachers are good students, right? And I know for myself, working in the recovery field, that I'm continually learning through every interaction I have with my clients. Helping my clients walk through as they go through that journey of clearing out their mind and making connections, because as we first start to repair and get stable, first, I always say this, number one, find yourself a place where you feel safe and stable. Okay, because if you don't have sanctuary, if you're living in fear, you're not going to be able to heal. Carl Jung says everybody needs a private space, 4 walls with a door, dedicated solely to self-healing. Okay, all right. So we're the best teachers are still in the lesson, right? but they're also part but they're also the teachers, because we're continually learning from one another, and that's guided by our intuition. Like, I get mental hits all the time talking to people, because I'll be making connections from their journey that are similar to mine. Okay, remember, we are all here as one organism. Okay, we are all one. We all come from our great creator, right? We are all God, that fractal of source, our soul. Okay, that we're all here to experience as God, different phases of it. Okay, but once we heal ourselves, we're able to give that out to the greater collective. And I feel like the collective that I'm talking to today either is or is on their way to that journey of being the teacher, but you need to always maintain a learner mindset. Muy importante. Okay, all right. So now I'm getting that there's definitely a decision. And hey, you guys, an important decision. And I got the Lover's card and the Nine of Wands making appearance together right here, right now. Okay, so what the nine of Wands means the end of a struggle, right? You are nearing the end of a journey, right? And you are at the Lover's card is that completion. Okay, and what I'm pulling up today, it's not anything outside yourself. This is the completion of self, of truly loving yourself. Okay, and having that final step in the healing evolution. So this is most likely, this is a grand finale. This is something huge, something that you have been processing, working through, trying to figure out in your mind for a very, very long time. It's like that inkling, like, you know that something's going on, and your intuition is telling you exactly what it is, but you don't have the facts. Okay, and I'm getting you were right all along. So whatever this is, you know, and now they know that you know that they know that you know that they know. Does that make sense? Okay, it's not a paranoia thing here anymore, guys. That actually, this is the final step in that evolution, and Spirit has been unfolding with little hints and processes in the journey of revealing this to you, because if he gave it to you all at once, you wouldn't have been ready for it. Okay, and so Spirit's saying you're ready. You're ready. You are now able to handle and make and respond correctly. Okay, most of this is a response, is what they're saying. So the decision is not like, should I go left or should I go right? It's the decision in behavior and conduct, and how to approach this information when it finally is revealed. Okay, because there's justice energy here. Okay, and there's justice energy here, and your conduct in all of this is going to be very important. So you need to present yourself at a more dignified level because of the knowledge that you have and the spiritual work that you put in. You're ready for it, and you can do this. I know you can. Okay, you're not going to fly off the handles and freak out. You're not going to fold and let people run over you and resolve all their karma. You're not going to let people off the hook. You're going to allow people to suffer their consequences, and you are going to be able to handle it in a way that's not going to break you and emotionally bring you down. Okay, we got the justice and the high priestess coming out together. Okay, so you need to be able to channel that energy of the high priestess energy matched with facts and reasoning and logic. Okay, right? It's head and heart together. All right, but definitely something is unfolding, and the energy in the air is wild. It's wild, guys, and it's going fast. This is like my viral card. This is going viral fast. This is also the clarity. This is Archangel Michael shit. This is also when I get the Knight of Swords. This is also my protector card. The Knight of Swords and the King of Swords, they're definitely like the team that's there to cut through the bullshit and help you with that stoicism. So, while it might go fast, You can logically respond to it in an appropriate way. Okay, you got this, baby. You got this. All right. Ultimately, ultimately, I'm feeling like we got the Queen of Pentacles here showing up. So this is going to be that stability that you need, that this, whatever's happening, I believe involves money. This, I guess, is what I'll just cut to the bullshit. It's definitely something that involves money and family. Money and family, okay? And, you know, you've been through it, okay? You've been through it, okay? But it's all worth it, okay? You've expanded. And you can handle it now. And ultimately, in the end, this is gonna be wish fulfillment. You've been praying for the end of this. You've been praying for the resolve so that you can start the next part of your life. Okay? And you know, honestly, it has power and control all over it. You got devil energy. This has been showing up a lot. People that wanted status, power, greed at your expense. You know, it's definitely painting a narrative here of some sick, sad people that are very sad that you've changed. Yeah, look at how sad they are. They're sad. The mourning the loss of you, the old you. Yeah, that they could run over the top of, that they could use your characteristics or your shadow traits. They could use who you used to be against you and say, but you're this and you're that and you're this. They can call you names, right? Yeah, but you wear that shit like a badge of armor now. You know who you are and you're proud of it. You're proud of every bit of the journey that you have taken to become you. Okay, I'm telling you. Addicts, alcoholics, those with addictions and afflictions that are suffering through the mental lack and mindset and cutting through that bullshit of narcissistic families, of toxic families, of families that want to control and put on a facade to the world around you and act better than others. They used to be able to point the finger at you and say you were bad, but when an addict or alcoholic heals, they become the best version of themselves that anybody can. They can become better than they were before, 1,000 times better, smarter, faster, and then they got the healing balm to help others with that. So yeah, don't be sad if you're in that category. You got a cape now, okay? And this faith that you have, scary. This scares them because you are completely unbothered and a lot of money at stake here. So, you guys, you'll know if this message is for you. I'm not going to tell you anything that doesn't resonate. Okay? So if it's not for you, dismiss it, let it pass. Okay? I'll catch you in the next one. But if it feels like your energy, hit the like button. Follow me. All that helps me monetize on my channel and continue to put messages out. And if you would like your own private reading where, I can check into just your energy, hit me up on Medium Chat. You can, if you just hit in the description and look in there, you can see my link for Medium Chat, and I'm on there most days. Okay. Hey guys, with love and light, I'm going to go to bed. All right. And, remember, though, to be kind to yourself and be kinder to those around you. We're all at different phases of the self-healing journey.